Hello, hello. Let's try it again. Hello, hello. Welcome to Miss C's Cottage. I am Miss C. The cottage is the home of the Somebunny, and the Somebunny is given in love so that everyone knows that somebody loves them. And I'm so thankful for all of you who are participating in hashtag OAS, Operation Appalachian Somebunny. And I want to welcome all of you in this morning. Take off your shoes on the mat at the door. Leave all your troubles out there. Leave all your angry out there. Leave all of your crap out there. I don't want it in here. This is a place for love. So leave everything at the door. Bring your project and yourself in. And on your way through, either get a drink of water from the cooler. There's bottles of water. Or you can get some coffee or tea on the shelf and pick up some goodies. Elmo made pizza frite this morning. So there's a little bit of honey there. There's powdered sugar and there's cinnamon sugar there for whatever you'd like to have on your pizza frite. Let me get the book so I remember everything. I really did write it all down today. The next thing is the Premier Bunnies. I want to thank Gloria Tulls. If you remember last Sunday, she had sent in 6 bunnies, which I showed you, some bunnies, and some hats, 8 or 9 hats that she'd sent in for the children of Appalachia up in the Flat Rock, Western North Carolina area. So thoughtful. Well, I got a text from her this week, and she said, you should get something in the mail by Saturday. So I'm okay. So I said, thank you very much. And yesterday in the mail, guess what came? And I wanted to show you that it's marked Operation Appalachian Somebunny. It's another bag of bunnies. And they are the cutest. There's this one with red feet. Isn't he sweet? And I love these big ears that she's put on them because bunnies listen, but they never say anything. All right, let me go back up for a second because you know what's coming. All right, Mimi's here and Samantha Stewart. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you doing today? Yeah, number 45. Did I do it wrong, sweetheart? I can't believe it's 45. And Jeanette Egan is here. And Leanie's here. And Demetria's here. And Leslie, welcome in. And Sam. Sam's like my best friend. People, let me tell you about my best friend. Da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-dum. See why I don't sing. And Suzanne is here. And Jacqueline Marley, Irish hugs and Scottish ones back to you, lass. And Diane Major is here. I'm so glad to see it when you come in. And Maritza. Hola. ¿Cómo está, Maritza? And Gloria J. Bowman. You know, I sent your package out, Gloria. You should get it tomorrow, I'm thinking. Oh, how awesome is that? The ears are one of the easiest parts. You just go up 10 and then you go back to 18 and then you just do 2 every other row. You decrease 2 every other row. And Sally Stevens. And Ellen is here. Thank you, Ellen, for all that you do for me. You don't know how much I appreciate it. And just seeing your little gold thing there is awesome. It cheers me up. And Cherry Reynolds, good morning to you, sweetheart. That picture that June made of that blanket is awesome. I want to show that. behind the scenes, a lot of people have been making other things. I think I saved it in here. I would rather go back to my Gmail because I know who it comes from then. This comes from Eileen. That's her Somebunny. Whoops. Well, if I can get the camera to meet the camera. And here's the other one. And here's another one. And this is the Cooper blanket that Cherry's mom made. Isn't that beautiful? It's brown and turquoise and cream. So pretty, and white. There's only 4 colors in it. And she's going to send it. You can read that down. She's sending it to Juan for a Boggy Creek blanket because it comes out to be just 40 by 40, which is perfect for them. Let's see. Who else sent me something? This is from Regina Provenzano. Isn't that a sweet little bunny? I'm not sure what yarn she made this out of, but that came out very, very nice. I really like that one. Okay, I think that's it. I have one more, but I don't know who did it. See, and that was what I was trying to find out, but I'll show you, and then if it's yours, you can let me know. This one, isn't that gorgeous? And it is bright red. It is not orange. It is bright red. I don't know if I can get it to... No, it's not coming up red, but it is the deep, deep red, and it is so, so beautiful. Okay. That was one. This is a blue, goes light blue into dark blue and back into light blue, and ombre, is that what they call this? Hello, Angela. And Sugar, my Sugar's here. Sugar, I got to see you on Juan's Zoom. I didn't say anything, but I like to go there and see the faces of the people that I talk to and don't know what they look like. And I did see yours. Beautiful. Debbie Graybert and Pebbles is here. And KB is here. Love that girl. Love, love, love that girl. This one I thought was really interesting. And see if you can tell me why I love this one. Because it's real. It's not perfect. It's real. Eyes are just enough off, and the tail is just enough off. Somebody is going to love this Somebunny so much. It's going to get loved like the Velveteen Rabbit. And it's all going to get matted. I don't care if it's anti-pill. It's going to get pilled. Pilled to the max. That one is. Then there's this one. I think this is one of my favorite yarns for bunnies. So pretty. And then there's this one. This one looks almost like a real bunny. And then the sixth one. And he has all different shades of cream and kind of a pinkish brown, a blush almost. It's just so pretty. Anyway, that's the first 12 that I have received. So as soon as I get my labels from Marianne, I am going to stick these 12 in a box and send them up. And I think that's what I'll do is send 4 boxes. That way I can send 4 boxes of 12, and that'll be, pardon me, that will be 48 bunnies. And I think that'll be good. That should be good. Yeah, I do too. Leanie. Maybe I forgot to add in the 5 and the 45. I'm sorry, Samantha. I'm not sure what you're talking about, sweetheart. Does it not say Somebunny Sunday number 45? Or what am I missing? Kim G! Cherry made biscuits, they sound good. Light and fluffy and delicious. Pebbles says, check your email. Is that to me, sweetheart? And there's Rita. In the title of the live stream. Well, on my screen, Samantha, it says Miss C's Cottage, and the second one says Somebunny Sunday number 45. Anyway, we know it's 45, right? And Lana. And Bonnie's back. Woohoo! God is in his heaven and all is right with the world. Bonnie's here. Oh, well, I don't know why it says that because mine says 45. Anyway, this is Somebunny Sunday, number 45. But thanks for bringing that to my attention. Debbie's having a biscuit and coffee, and she'll share. On yours, it says 4. Okay, well, just know, Samantha, that it's really 45. I've been on here since January, so it can't be number 4. All right. Frozen Stone. Hi, we are doing pretty good, waiting for snow here, so in a bit of pain due to that, but we'll having a good time every day. You better believe it. If you don't have a good time every day, you need to change your attitude because we only get so many days, and if you waste them being a big grump, then you're just wasting an awful lot of special time. Everybody's putting their thumbs up. Am I tired today? No, actually, I've had a really good weekend. Took a nice ride. There was a lot of getting out and getting back in because we stopped for so many people at so many places. But I need to walk more, so it was really good. And there's my kitty girl. I'm so glad you came in. No, don't waste a single day you have with your mother, because mothers don't hang around long. When you get this age, your mother doesn't hang around long. Oh, it was only 41 this morning, and it says it's up to 62 now, but that's pretty cold for north central Florida. Oh, that's awesome. Rita, do you have patterns for that? You know, when Russia first attacked Ukraine, I made a bunch of bags. And I don't know if I have one handy here or not. Sometimes they're hanging around and sometimes they're not. But I did make a bunch of crocheted bags. I held them double and then switched out the yarns so that they would all coordinate. Here's a part of one that I started with just a rectangular bottom, and then I did a back loop only and came up the sides and did the gray and introduced the pink, and then I did took the pink out and introduced purple and kept the gray going up. Then I was to finish it with the gray and then put the rim around it and the handles. And then I filled these with a baby blanket, a hat, and booties, and a couple packages of diapers, like maybe 3 in a package from the dollar store. I don't remember now, but I put some baby diapers in there and a prayer shawl for the mother. And I went to the dollar store and I found toys at the dollar store, little paint by numbers or things to punch out and put together if they had brothers or sisters or something. And I took 6 of these up to a church in Jacksonville that was accepting things for the women in Ukraine, because I sat at my sister's house and I watched Russia bomb a maternity hospital in Kiev. And those mothers picked up their babies and they ran outside, and they're holding those babies outside watching their hospital fall apart. Those mothers had nothing. Those babies had nothing. The mothers only had their babies, and they couldn't go back in there and get their things. And my heart broke. And I told Elmo, I've got to do something. And he's like, here we go again. So I made up 6 of these, and he was kind enough to drive me over to Jacksonville one day. And we got them delivered. So still working on hats for the mountains. That's awesome. Thank you, Bobby. You all have such, thank you, Samantha. You all have such kind hearts. That's pretty good, Rita. That's very good. You know, most charitable institutions are faith-based, because I think people with faith, Johnny Cash sing about Jacksonville. He sings a song called the Orange Blossom Special, and that was a train that ran through Florida. I don't know about Jacksonville, maybe. Diane, what is she talking about? Let me go back up here a minute. Quick on that, Lana. Cherry, you go right ahead, sweetheart. I understand that. And I've seen your beautiful face, too, on Juan's Zoom. Yeah, Maritza, thank you for asking that, because if Rita, if you can put the address in in the chat, or else if you Gmail me, I'll put it on my community page. Bobby, I'm so glad you came in today. And there's Susan Burke. Yes, Gloria J. Bowman is here. It's about Jackson, Mississippi. Not Jacksonville. You're right. I'm going back to Jackson. Alana, hello, sweetheart. How are you doing today? Yeah, if you Gmail me the address, Rita, then I'll put it in my community page so that those who would like to do something for the mothers of Ukraine, they can do that. I think that's a very worthy cause. I was going to ask you about that, Kitty. You're working on your second Cooper's blanket. You know, Alana, there is some Arizona iced tea in there. Will that work for you? Not enough thumbs. Oh, no. Don't forget to leave your DNA. Okay, today we're working on the water. And I started to put in the pattern for the water part, the sea. And remember, we had one row of moss stitch in the white. And then we came back with 2 doubles. You skip, you do 3 doubles in the chain 1 space. Single crochet in the single, 3 doubles in the chain 1 space, single crochet in the single, all the way across, and the same thing back on the other side. You do your first 2 stitches. I put 1 in the single. You skip over and you put 3 in that single. Your single in the center one, and 3 in the single, in the chain 1, all the way back across. And then the first row, now I use 3 different colors, and you can or you don't have to. On my second blanket, I'm not going to use 3 different colors. I'm just going with one that's, it's got several colors in it. This is called Caribbean Marl. I figured if it's good enough for Premier, it's good enough for me. So that's what I'm using. And we started with our first 2 single crochets. And then we single crocheted twice, 2 half doubles, 2 double crochets, 3 triples, 2 doubles, 2 half doubles, and I did 5 singles. Or you could do 2 singles, a slip stitch, and 2 singles. And then you go back to 2 half doubles, 2 doubles, 3 trebles, 2 doubles, 2 half doubles, 2 singles, a slip stitch, 2 singles, 2 half doubles, 2 doubles, 3 trebles, all the way across. Scared it into going away. All right, and then I did a row of singles back. And the next row, you start out with your trebles, and then your doubles and your singles, your half doubles and your singles all the way back, so that your trebles are above your singles, your double crochets are on top of your half doubles are on top of your doubles, and your single crochets are on top of your trebles. And then I did another row of single crochet and another row of this. I did 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of that wave stitch. And that wave stitch is, so that you will know, it is Creative Grandma's Stitch of the Week, pattern number 92. If you want to go over to Creative Grandma and get the Stitch of the Week, pattern number 92, it's called the Wave. The wave length stitch. And I did 4 rows of that. And then I did a row of half double crochets. And then I started with 2 half doubles. Are these half doubles? Yeah, 2 half doubles. And then I did a double and a single, skip one, a double and a single and skip one, and a double and a single and skip one. And I don't know what the name of that stitch is. If somebody knows, is it a lemon peel? Where you do a double crochet and a single crochet in the same stitch, and then you skip a stitch and you do a double crochet and a single crochet in the next stitch together, and then you skip a stitch, and then you do a double crochet and a single crochet. The Suzette. Thank you. Yeah, lemon peel. Suzette. There's a lot of names for it. That's why I like to tell you what it is, because everybody has a name for it. And I have to thank KB Crochet again, because she's always putting these stitches together and giving them to me that I never knew before. Cherry says, I just talked to Mom and we're going to try to get a few bunnies done this week to send to you for OS. All right, thank you. Thank you. We already have 1/4 of our quota. So if you get 1 bunny done, that would be great. If you get more, that's overwhelming. But if you at least get 1 bunny done, that would be wonderful. And like I've told you, if you don't have the yarn to do a bunny, because a lot of people work with 3-weight or 5-weight or 6-weight, and they just don't have the 4-weight yarn for a nice solid bunny. So if you need some, let me know. Yeah, I didn't even know a lot of the stitches had names. You just did them. Do you know the granny square? The granny cluster was originally called the Van Dyke stitch. I didn't know that. There's my cousin Dee. Oh, good. Good, Pebbles. Pebbles has been making Somebunny since she got the pattern. Okay, so that's what I have done for the rest of this. I did 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. I did 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of the wave length stitch. And then I did half doubles, and then I started the lemon peeler Suzette. It's the stitch that does depends on which way you're going, a double crochet and a single in the same stitch, and then you skip, and a double and a single. Okay, and I'm going to finish out my section of the C with that stitch. My very last row, I'm going to do it right now with you because I want to show you the last row, which will be the horizon. Oh, KK's here, and there's Pamsky. I'm so glad you guys all faithfully come back every week. I miss your shining faces, and I have to tell you that I watched Kim Fortune this morning. I have been trying to have coffee with Kim every morning. She comes on every morning, 8:30 to 9:30. It's just an hour, and you sit and have coffee, and she mostly talks because she has ADHD, and she has herself is going all the time with one thing or another, and she's always coming up with new ideas. Always, she's very, very fun. And then after that, I watch Crochet Creations by Christy, and she comes on at 10:30 to 11:30, 10 to 11. She comes on at 10 to 11. So I have a half an hour between when Kim goes off to skip to the loo and get myself another cup of coffee, and then 10 o'clock, Christy comes on. So I was so glad to see Christy this morning. She's been gone the last couple Sundays. One was, she's a big race car fan, and one was a big race, and another one, they're opening up a new shop. She and her husband have the shop in the bowling alley that sells the balls and the shoes and the bags and all the accessories that you need for bowling. And so I guess they're really doing well. They're opening up a second shop somewhere. So she's been really busy with that, getting it ready, finding someone to help out there, training them so that they can do the both shops at the same time. And sometimes on Sundays she can get away. And sometimes she needs to be there to help, and she can't come up on Sundays. So she's missed the last 2 Sundays because of that and the race. And she was back today, and it just, I don't know, it just starts my Sunday morning out right when I can have coffee with Kim and have fun with Christy. Now, if you remember, Christy is the one that I took the Pick Your Blessing game from. I call it Pick Your Blessing. She has a different name for it. And something else I took from her. Oh, no, she took from me back. The UFO, It Must Go. She has a new game called Not My Cup of Tea. And she will have started something, and it's like, I am not going to finish it. It is just not my cup of tea. Anybody want it? Put your name in. I think it's fun. Her show is really fun. There's always something going on there. Kim comes on, Samantha, Eastern Standard Time. She comes on at 8:30 in the morning, from 8:30 to 9:30. And then I have a half an hour until 10 o'clock, and then Christy comes on until 11. And then I have a half an hour to skip to the loo, get a new cup of coffee, brush my hair, and get dressed, because I usually don't get dressed and have coffee with Kim. But I have coffee in my nightie and my giddy gown. But Jeremy Devers, good morning to you, my love. And there's Flower Tammy. Christy is fun, isn't she, Flower Tammy? She is fun. Yeah, Sugar was there this morning. Yeah, everybody, if you would be so kind, please, as just to hit the thumb button so Bonnie will shut up, then everyone will be happy. KK, I have hats for you. Sunita has been making a hat called the Piles Up hat. And, well, this is the third one out of that cake. Remember I did this is the second one. I think the second one. Remember I did the red one? I finished it up. I had enough to do another hat, but I had to put a different brim on it. So there's that one. I think that's 4, maybe 4. And then she started this hat, and I downloaded the directions and tried to read them. I'm a visual learner. Remember that. I downloaded the directions and I tried to make the hat, and this is what I came up with. Now, this is her Burst of Kindness crown, which I did not have problems with. And then the pattern said, do a row of half double crochets and then half double crochets in the back loop. And I knew these Catherine's wheels were coming, and I thought, well, that's not going to be a big enough hat. So I put 5 rows of half double in the back loop. And then I did the Catherine's wheels, and I'm telling you, somehow or another, I skipped where it said, do the next 9 stitches together. So I had these 9 stitches in wheels all the way around, and when I came back to do this one, I put them in again. And my hat kept going out and out and out, and I laid it down, and I laid it down on my table, and I said, send it to Sunita. And I said, is this right? I'm telling you. Oh, Fufa, come on now. It looks more like a flower pot. I don't know. It just kept getting bigger and fluffier, and I could have turned it into a little girl's hat, put ear flaps in the inside to tie around. No, that pattern was something else. And so finally I watched the replay, and I did get it to come out. I did get it to come out right. So I was happy with that. And I was so happy with it that I had to go to Chris I don't know what her name is. Sunita, you'll have to tell me what her name is. The one who came up with a hat pattern. I had to go to her channel, and Sunita and she did a tutorial, kind of a tutorial. So here again, I started out with a Burst of Kindness brim, and Sunita had made a hat with 2 colors of the wheels, and so I made this one. And wouldn't you know, I played yarn chicken and lost, so I had to finish off. I didn't get to do the 2 rows of front post, back post double crochet. So I did just 1 row, and then I had to put a single crochet on, and I ran out of the yarn about halfway around. So I just went ahead and finished up with the black. But I think it came out all right. Now, I'm not real good in hats, but okay, so anyway, it's going to be beautiful on someone. Anyway. KK. It's from that crank. She was trying to crank out. Mimi. Hello, Mishi. Rita. Zachman. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, Zachman. Oh, Leanie, thanks. But I look better in a cloche hat that comes down a little bit farther, but that's about it. Okay, let's get back to this blanket where we are here. And I'm going to work on it because I want to get to the point where, and I know that, oh wait, before I do this, I want to do the last half of my thing working on this. So, or when we get there, I told you I do have a Premiere box that came in, and I think I told you what was in it. I got another one. I don't know. There's no name on it, and they don't put a packing slip in it, so I don't know who it came from. But this one, whoever ordered this did me a marvelous help, because it's Premier DK, so it's perfect for blankets. And there's 2 of the turquoise and 1 pink. This is all the DK, Premier Basic DK. I love this yarn. It works up so nice. This is called Celery. And this one is called Lilac. So 1 lilac, 2 celery. Maybe I did order 2 purples and a bubble gum. Oh, 306 yards, so it's plenty for a bunny. This is called Daffodil. That's really pretty. And then there's this one, Fern, and it's petal pink. Aren't those pretty together? Boy, if you put a yellow center in and put your next row, your granny square of pink petals, and then the outside edge of green, and put the whole thing together with the dark green, wouldn't that be a pretty blanket? The cogs are burning in there. And for some reason, somebody must have heard I like bloom, because I got bloom up the bloomers. There's 2 of the sweet pea. Yeah, you guys remember this because we're going to do Pick Your Blessing. There's 2 of the violet. There's 2 of the apricot blossom. There's 2 hummingbird. And that's not all. There's 2 morning glory. There are 2 gerbera. And in what is called the sea holly. Now, I have to thank whoever did this. Because I am all bloomed up for the year. I love it. You know, I love the bloom. So whoever sent it, and you know who you are, and I don't, and that's okay. I love you, I love you, I love you, and thank you. I can't believe it. I don't think I need any yarn. Well, I don't need any yarn for the rest of my life. That's a fact. That's a fact made evident by this bloom and basic order. All right, I got to move this back out of the way. You guys are such... Andy doesn't... I think people who don't frequent YouTube don't fully understand how important the YouTube family is for love and support, for confidence, for appreciation, for just being there to lift up, to pray for. I don't know what I would do without you guys. Yeah, it is a precious gift of bloom. I'm blown away. You know, this autumn we've had a lot of storms brewing in the I don't know if it's the Caribbean or the Caribbean. It doesn't really matter. It's that place down there. And they come up into the Gulf of Mexico because the water is warm. And they sit out there and they wreak havoc with my thumbs. And whenever the pressure changes, the barometric pressure, the pressure inside my bones changes. And I'm not going to complain because I can still use my thumbs on a good day. Lori Armstrong's lurking. Hey, Lori, how are you? I saw you at Christie's this morning. I have been missing you. I haven't seen you for a while. Rolling out lots of bunnies. Pebbles is. Yes, Pebbles is. And I have gotten 12 from Gloria Tulls. I don't see her come in the chat often. She must be a lurker. But she sent me 6, KK, and then she just sent another 6. So I'm ready to send the first dozen off to West Virginia, no, to Western North Carolina. Susan Burke and Margie the Arrow Lover. Mishi, I'm so glad you took the time to stop into the cottage today. Did you get some biscuits and coffee? You guys. And Len, welcome in. No, you're not catching the tail end. This is Sunday, Len. You're stuck with me for another hour. But I wanted to show you the yarn, and it's got to stop because I don't have any more room. And thankfully, I did not have to clean out that other bedroom. So yeah, the barometric pressure, I don't know what it is, Dania, but it changes at a different rate outside my bones than it does inside my bones, and it just wreaks havoc with me. I'm so glad, Gloria, you stopped in this morning. Yeah, it is Lori's birthday. Hello, Lydia. How are you doing? I was praying for you last night, Lydia. Did you feel it? Okay, I am going to work on this blanket for a little bit. Just doing the double crochet, single crochet, skip one all the way across. I think it's coming out awfully pretty. I wish I had done this section of moss stitch a little bit looser because I'm going to have to uh, um, block it. I don't block things. Good. I'm glad, Lydia. I was hoping it was getting through. I knew it was going up, but I didn't know if it was going out. Oh my goodness, Lori Armstrong, 55. See, and I think of you as a little girl. Misha, you go take a nap. Don't you come on later today? Or you were on last night. Margie, I do. I'm putting it up on my piece by piece, but I will have the whole thing together for you and I'll send it out. Like I did the Somebunny by the woven fence blanket. Let me go get that one. I really like that one and I want to show it to you. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, this one I was going to do Somebody in the Meadow because it's just the perfect yarn for a meadow looking blanket. But I decided to do the Somebody by the woven fence. And here's how that one came out. There's my woven fence. And there are the steel poles that hold the chain link fence up. And here is the picots on the top of the chain link fence. And that pattern is written out and ready to go out. This is I'm sending this to Boggy Creek. This is the second one. Are we talking about prostate cancer? Or are you talking about something else? Anyway, there's that blanket. So now you have the Somebody in the Meadow and the Somebody by the woven fence. And that the aluminum poles that the chain link fixes to, and then I just wove it together. So, and I love this blanket. The first one I made, I think it's here. It is here. This is the first one that I made. And I like this one. But this yarn has wool in it, so I can't testicular. Yeah, okay, Rita, I understand what you're saying. This blanket has wool in it, so I can't give it to Boggy Creek. So I made this one. We'll send this one to Boggy Creek. My sister-in-law has a son who married a woman with 2 boys, and one of the boys had testicular cancer and had to have the testicle removed, and the other one is fine. But they made a prosthesis to go into the testicular sac so that feels like he's on even keel. I think it's marvelous what medicine does now. It's marvelous. You want the pattern too, Susan? Okay. Lydia, you know what? That's probably the best thing to do is to go to a grief counselor. After my Tom died, I thought I could handle it myself, and I couldn't. So I did wind up going. The Catholic Church in Ocala had a grief counseling. I think it was 12 weeks or 9 weeks or something. And I went religiously, went every week. And it didn't take my grief away, but it gave me hints and tips on how to deal with it when it does come crashing over you and sucking you out. It helped a lot. And knowing that you're not the only one going through it, that helped a lot too. And because you know that if others can get through it, you eventually will get through it also. And that was a big help. You guys know that I give my patterns away. So if you want the Somebunny pattern, if you want the Somebunny in the metal blanket pattern, or the Somebody by the woven fence pattern, or when I get this one, Somebody at the beach pattern written up, you just ask me for it, and I will. If you Gmail me to missyscottage@gmail.com, I will attach it and send it back to you. And then, of course, if you need any help with it, you can always holler, and I will help you. Yeah. Yeah. And that thing in your stomach, it just cramps and you can't breathe. And any of my patterns, Samantha, either the bunny pattern or the 3 blanket patterns. Well, Lori, you have a good birthday weekend. My mom, if I would send a card, sometimes it would get there, like if her birthday was on Monday or Tuesday, sometimes it wouldn't get there till Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or maybe even Saturday. And she would say, "Oh, honey, don't worry about it. It makes my birthday last longer." So you have a good birthday all weekend and all next week. Miss C's Cottage at gmail.com. That's right, Bonnie. Thank you. I want all the blankets. Well, Samantha, you're going to have to wait for the 3rd one because it's not written up yet. But I will send you the other 2. Yeah, this is Somebody by the beach. And we've got the grass, we've got the fence, and we've got the sea oats, and we've got the beach with the dry sand and the wet sand. Excuse me. And we've got the waves coming in, the foam on the waves, and then we've got the sea. And I put in a couple of these wavy ones, so because it looks like waves coming in, and then it's going to it's going to flatten out here. Okay, all we have left to do then is some chit-chat and a pick your blessing. Are you guys ready to play Pick Your Blessing? I know Samantha is. Jeremy, you want all of them too? Isn't there an ad that says something about, I want it all? Oh, that's funny. Margie, you Gmail me and I'll send them all. Do I know how special I am, Alana? I know I'm special to God. I'm one of his children. And he has given me so much love that it just keeps spilling over onto everybody I come in contact with. In fact, Elmo hates to even go in the store with me because he knows I'm going to love on somebody, someone, some person. In fact, he'll walk ahead and then he'll turn around and he'll wait for me because he knows I've stopped. Oh, I can't help it. When your bucket is full and it's heaped up and it's overflowing and it's packed down and overflowing, you can't help but give. Now, you guys stop. You're going to make me. Let's play a game. Let's play a game called Pick Your Blessing. And Melanie chose the name, and she got a really nice prize for because I wasn't sure what to call it. It's a game that I asked Christy if I could use. She calls hers a different name. You got me all flustered. And it's a game by which you try and stump me. You put in the chat the magic word that Sunita gives us. She'll put up a word on the screen. You type in that word, a color of yarn that you would like, and the weight of a yarn that you would like to have. And if your name is chosen on the wheel, she'll pluck the magic twanger and the wheel goes around and this one wins. And then she goes back and she tells me this one wants number so-and-so in a color so-and-so. And then I try and find you a color. Maybe I can't, so maybe I have to give you a couple substitutes. And then I bring them here and Kristen's here. Hello, sweetheart. Oh, I'm so glad you came in. You are, Jeremy. Share the love. You know, there's just too much to hold. Samantha, I will get to you, I promise. It may be tomorrow. I have nothing going on tomorrow. I think I'm going to try and have lunch with Jenny tomorrow. No, tomorrow is I'm having my sister-in-law is coming over tomorrow because she can't make it Tuesday. She's coming over tomorrow. But I will get back with you, sweetheart. I won't forget you. Bonnie says, 5 more thumbs before we pick your blessings. Sunita's strict about that. I think she's blaming it. Wait. Bonnie says, Sunita's strict about that. Oh, shoot. And I have to tell you, in the past, if I have seen someone that really wanted something and they didn't win, I've just gone ahead and sent it out because that's just the way I am. But I will tell you right now, that is all stopped. Whoever wins today, that's what they win. And nobody gets anything except that one person until Wednesday when we do the UFOs. And when we do the UFOs, one person will win a UFO. I am not sending out 3 UFOs a week. I can't. I fooled myself into thinking that I could because I have it. And I forgot about the postage. So, it'll be two prizes a week, one on Sunday and one on Wednesday. So I hope you're okay with that. If you're here for the prizes and you don't like that and you just need to go, that's fine. I'm not going to feel bad about it, and nobody else is going to talk bad about you. But that's the way it is now. And I will ask you, if you have already won, this is the 17th of November. So if you have already won something this month, please refrain from entering into any contests. And that gives other people in the chat that come an opportunity to win something. So I don't know how many people are here, but 2 a week, 5 weeks and that's 10 people out of however many. So, and if you win 2, that takes from somebody else. So all right. And our magic word is blooming. Sunita, you are so funny. I got a whole box of bloomers over here. And don't forget they're in the box. You know what? You guys are my blessing. Every Sunday, you're my blessing. Every Wednesday, those faces that show up bless me. And every Friday, even though it's really quiet and we just sit and chat and do our work, it is a nice, nice blessing. And I would be bereft if any of you didn't show up or quit coming. Yes, let's play. Wow. Pebble says the mixed blue bloom. Wow, you guys. Okay. And Moonrose says, dealer's choice. Samantha, did you put yours in? Dreeny's here. Hello, Dreeny. And Robin M. Welcome in, Robin. Okay, good, Samantha. Hello to you. Did you get a new baby? Dreeny, did you get a new grandbaby? Somebody was talking about something. Okay, I think that's it, Sunita. Pluck your magic twanger, Froggy. Sujan. All right. I'm always here when I can be, just usually lurking in stitches. Robin, I'm glad you come in and just sit and stitch. That's what we do on Fridays, sit and stitch. But I'm glad you're here. It's nice to know. All right, Sujan, let's see what she requested. She would like a green 4 or a 3. A green 4 or a 3. Well, I got a couple of those. Let's see what we've got. I have here there's a 4. Green. Okay, I think we got it here. My dear. I missed a bunch. Okay. We've got a choice here. I have this Premier Basics, because you know I love Premier yarn. It's a 4-weight worsted, 359 yards, tested and approved, 100% acrylic in the color Holly, made in Turkey. I'm taking this down so you can actually see the color, because I think the light is being blocked. Okay, that one is made in Turkey. It's Holly, number 1. I have another number 4. This is called Olive, and this is a Soft Secret by Yarn Bee, and it is out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 100% acrylic, 300 yards. It's Olive. That's a pretty one. And it's a Soft Secret, so it has that shine to it. It's similar to Karen Simply Soft, if you like that. And this is a Yarn Bee also from Hobby Lobby called Ocean Color. And it's a number 3. Oh, I lied to you. It's a number 2. Well, I'll show it to you anyway. It's 100% acrylic, 312 yards. It's a number 2 called Ocean. And it's kind of a gray green. Let me see if I can find a 3 green. Oh, well, you know what? I just got a 3 green. Duh. I told you to watch think about the Premier box, and then I forgot about it. This is Premier Basic, a 3 green called Fern. Tested and approved, 306 yards, 100% acrylic. So I'm giving you 4 choices. 1, 2, 3. This is a number 2. These are 4s. This is a 2. This is a 3. You want 1, 2, 3, or 4? You want the holly. All right. That's a good choice. Okay. So, pencil, please. Sujana, if you will Gmail me at Miss C's Cottage today, I will get this off to you Tuesday because my sister-in-law's coming tomorrow. So and I'm going to have lunch with Jenny on Wednesday or on Tuesday, I think, so I can hit the mailbox or the post office on the way up. Suzanne. No E. Z-A-N-N. Okay, the holly it is, my love. All right. Guys, thanks for playing today. You know, Bonnie, we get in the car and I think it's so I don't take a nap because I like to take a nap in the afternoon, but I think all of us take a nap in the afternoon except Mr. Elmo. I think maybe he just nods off in his chair and he doesn't say anything to anybody, but hello, Tina. Hooking good creations. We take a drive up towards the interstate and going towards Lake City, and there's a Burger King up there, and they have 74-cent ice cream cones. So with the tax, they're 69 cents, I think. With the tax, they're 74 cents. So it's just the vanilla soft serve that they get out of the thing, you know, with the little on the top, like a Dairy Queen. Naps are good. Oh, they're so good. Just vanilla. I wish we had a big freezer in the kitchen that and I wish Mr. Elmo, well, I shouldn't say that because he's so good to us here. And usually if you say something and you get it. I don't know how he does it, but I think it would be nice to have the half gallons of different kinds so that you could go and get a scoop. But I'm really happy with the Burger King soft ice cream because it's so creamy. Yeah, Bonnie, I don't care what it is either. On chocolate, I'm not real fond of chocolate. I guess I'm a vanilla lover. I like butter pecan. I like blackjack cherry if it's got black cherries and little pieces of chocolate in it. I like that, but it's got to be vanilla ice cream. I think vanilla is the purest kind of ice cream. Oh, do you see, Jeremy? You probably need less sleep than most people. So if you take a nap, it would mess your cycle up. Now give me a good hot fudge sundae or a turtle sundae with caramel and chocolate, some nuts on the. But I just have to cut back on my sweets because I'm addicted to sugar. My name is Diana, and I'm addicted to sugar. But I went to the doctor's last week for Lucy, and I've gained 5 pounds. And it's not Christmas yet. It's not Thanksgiving yet. Vanilla turtle, yes. Oh, is that stuff so good? You know what? I have had a blizzard, but I like the Heath blizzard better than the cookie dough. I'm not real fond of the cookie dough. There's something of the thought. It's just the thought of raw cookie dough in my ice cream. I can't get past that. But give me a good Heath bar, and I like that. Cousins and Dozens makes homemade ice cream. Oh, I remember my daddy sitting on the back steps and just cranking and cranking. Jenny, bring me some more ice. And my mother, whose name was Virginia, would bring him more ice and pack around there, and he'd crank and crank and crank. And we'd all sit there. Of course, I'm sucking my fingers. Is it ready? Is it ready? Is it ready? And hey, Terry. And look at there. They're scandalous. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Heath bar, yeah, Heath bar's my favorite. But oh, I'm telling you, when he would take the top off of that and look at it, and he'd say, "It's ready." Oh, and we each got a little bowl of it, because what it only made just, a cylinder about that big is all you got. And when you got 4 hungry little mouths and a mom and a dad, nobody got much. But for all that work my dad went through, it sure was good. Sandra, I'm so glad you came in today. Black cherry and chocolate, little chocolate pieces. They're not chocolate chips. They're just, it looks like somebody hit a frozen chocolate bar and there's just chunks, little chunks in it. I like butter pecan too. That's one of my favorite. I'll eat the chocolate mint chip, but it's not my favorite. All right, this goes out today, and I'm going to work on this blankie. I don't know who else, Susan Burke, I think, or Sally Stevens, one of those two. I get them mixed up. And I shouldn't, but I get them mixed up. So, is there anything you guys want to talk about? I can't think of anything interesting that's happened here. Nothing much happens here that's really interesting. Cherry, that just reminded me, we have something in the kitchen like that. And it's got an insert that you keep in the freezer. So when you get ready to make ice cream, you take that out and you put it in the machine and add your ingredients and turn the button, and it cranks itself. Oh, you working on bunnies right now? I love you too, Bonnie. You are awfully special to me. 143. I haven't seen Sister Susie in here today. I saw Pam. Pamsky was here. Sam's going to be a grandma in May. No. That is just too much love to hold it inside, Sam. I love you too, Samantha. You are awfully special to me. Are you still working on granny squares? Sam couldn't say anything for a while. Her daughter, I think it's her daughter, made her. And then finally she said, okay, you can say what what's happening, but you can't say what it is. And so I don't know whether she knows what it is yet or not, but she's not saying. So she put out a video last week with all these baby books that she's dug out from, I think she said when she had her daughter. They're that old. And I have to confess I have some of those. But I was trying to watch and see which, did she stop on the girl outfit page, or did she go on to the boy outfit page to figure out if I could tell from her demeanor what she was going to have. I couldn't tell. So maybe she doesn't know what her daughter's having. Jeremy, I'm proud of you. Hey, Kim. Was talking about you earlier. If you don't know Kim Fortune from Fortune Knit Creations, you need to go over there. She bought a Christmas tree from the dollar store, and she has it decorated. I'm going to tell you this. She took a piece of mustard-colored yarn, a length of yarn she had. She said, I'm going to use this for garland. And she started wrapping it around the tree, and honestly, I turned the channel off. I could not imagine that. And I just, in my head, kept thinking, this is really ugly, and I apologize. But I kept thinking, tacky, tacky, tacky. And I didn't watch the rest of it. This morning, I had coffee with Kim, and she had her tree finished. That garland was the best thing on the tree. She had some lovely little like stitch marker things that were hung on there, and she had a clear crystal, a clear plastic bulb, Christmas bulb, and she took the top off and stuffed it full of yarn scraps and put it is really, really came out cute. And I told her this morning, I said, the garland is my favorite part, because when you look at the tree all decorated, that garland stands out just like gold garland would on a tree. So never judge a book by its cover. Read the whole darn thing before you decide. Just saying. I did that with a person once, and I was so wrong. And I did it again with a piece of yarn, and I was so wrong. Just saying. Zach, man, you know what? Children are a big responsibility. All right. Let's see what we've got. I did. I did, Kim. Please forgive me. I did doubt you. But it looks so stinking cute. She does the most fun things. She's got a job working in the cafeteria now with the kids. She's the lunchroom lady. What's the first thing she does? She goes out and buys a bunch of shirts, gets her Cricut out, and makes lunchroom lady shirts. I'm sending her a shirt. Oh, and Kim, I have to tell you, I took it to the post office to mail it, and the postman gave it back to me, and I said, what? And he said, there's no address on this. It just says Kim Fortune at Fortune Knits. It's like, oh, crap. I left off the street address. So I'll have to mail it out on Tuesday when I go to lunch with Jenny. So I apologize. It's one of those days, it's just, I told you my brain, all the telephone poles are nice and straight, and all the wires are all hooked up, but the insulation on some of them are kind of ragged, and the info goes down and then zing off into the unknown. I don't know how that happened, but all right, Ricky, thank you so much for coming in. I love you to bits. You're right, Alana. You just have to have that creative mind. And I'm telling you, Kim has that creative mind. Okay, here is a Somebunny foot. How cute is that? Now, is that all one skein of yarn that changes color like that, or is that 3 different colors? No, I couldn't believe it. I said, "Wait, this is for Kim, up in New York." And they're like, ma'am, there's a lot of Kims in New York." It's like, but it's Kim Fortune. They don't. All right. This is a this is a bunny that Jeanette Egan made. I love the eyes. Oh my goodness. And he doesn't have a mouth because it's all covered up with that mustache. Oh, how funny. And a heart. I love the heart button. Okay. One skein. It's called I Love This Yarn in Nova Scotia Sky. Oh, I love this yarn. That's a Hobby Lobby one. Samantha, I did see yours in here, and I will get it to you, sweetheart. I won't fail you. I do too. You see all these grays and the browns. And I thought, well, I'll do gray bunnies and brown bunnies and black bunnies and white bunnies. And then it's like, well, somebody wanted a rainbow bunny. And it was like, rainbow bunny? And when I made him up, he was so cute. It was like, whoa, I don't have to stick to traditional colors. And that's why things like, well, I don't know where it is right now. Oh, things like this happen. Who'da thunk? Me making a chenille bunny out of soft and snuggly. Huh. And this color is Later Gator. But yes, you're right. They come out cute in any color. I don't think it's the crocheted rabbit. I think it's the love that you put into it that makes it. Samantha, I do have I saw it come in when I was looking at the bunny foot. I saw your your text. So I will get it to you. Are we close to 100? Oh my goodness. Zach, nobody can probably put any more in your account because it's so full. It must say, sorry, his mailbox is full. Come back next month. Oops, skip one. Double crochet and single in the same one. Samantha, or Sanita, is there anything else that we need to do today? We've done the pick your blessing. I've shown the premier yarn. Yeah, Zach, I have a couple of them. I have an AOL account that I use for my personal account. It's my oldest one. I've had it, I think, since 1975 or 6 or somewhere around there. 75, probably somewhere around there. And then, of course, I have the Gmail now with Miss C's Cottage. So, and I forget to check the AOL account because I'm always in Gmail. I do like the bunny. The kids are going to love that. All right, Leanie. Thanks for stopping in today, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Anytime you come in, even if it's just 10 minutes, I love it when you guys stop by. Poke your head through the door and wave, even if you're on your way to the loo. It's, and can't come back. It's okay. I just love seeing your faces come through the door. That's all. If you get to stay and play a while, that's a bonus for me. But just seeing your face in the door, that's what makes my day. Don't forget, if you're making bunnies, to send a picture to Sanita, and don't forget to send them one bunny at a time. You can send her 5 pictures if you've got 5 bunnies, but send her 5 pictures and send them before the end of the month so that she has an opportunity to put the slideshow together and get your names on the maker's wheel. That's right. We still have some time. We've got about 20 minutes left. I don't know. You're free to go. If you have somewhere else to go, you can hang around here, and I'm going to crochet on this blanket so that I can get to the horizon is what I'm aiming for. I'm paddling like crazy here, heading for the horizon. I will tell you that the color that I used here, the darker one, I'm just going to do a row of single crochets all the way across, and that will be my horizon that separates this part of the blanket, the sea, from the foam up. Um, and then the last third of the blanket will be the sky with the clouds in it. So that's where we are. We got a third to here. We're going to do 1/3 from here to here, and then the other third of the blanket will be the sky. So as soon as I get this much more done of the sea, then I'll put the dark row across in single crochets for my horizon, and then instead of this green blue, I'm going to switch to a more true blue for the sky. CC Angel, hello, hello, my dear. Have you been here? Welcome in, welcome in. I think I remember, Cece. I think I remember you coming in a different one. Maybe last Sunday. Were you here? Sanita's Gmail address is on the screen if you have a picture to send. Thank you, Zach. I love having you guys come in. let's see, what was this? Kim says, just bunnies or all makes? Kim, what we do here is we do, because it's Miss C's Cottage, home of the Somebunny, anything that has to do with Somebunnies. If you make a bunny, or 2 or 5, or 6, like Gloria Tulls does, send the pictures to Sanita, or if you've done one of the blankets, you can send a picture of that made. Anything that we have done here on this channel, you can send a picture. If you've completed it in the month of November, send it to Sanita by the end of November, and she'll put it in the slideshow and then put your name on the maker's wheel. And then I say, pluck your magic twanger, Froggy, and she spins the wheel and we come up with a maker's winner. And that winner for the month of makes wins a Miss C's Cottage coffee cup. So get those little fingers going on a Somebunny. You've been here since I started in January or today? Oh my. And Sandra's been here, mostly lurking. That's okay. I know there's a lot of people that lurk. And that's what I love about this channel is you can come in and verbally participate, or you can bring a project and just sit in one of the chairs, put your feet up, soak up the love, and work on your own project. And I'm happy. I'm happy with you being here. Oh, Bonnie. That's a rarity for you, isn't it, sweetheart? The Vikings. Oh, are they playing football? Oh, I was telling you, Kim works in the lunchroom. She's the new lunchroom lady. So she tells us all the time things that go on in that lunchroom, and it's just so hilarious. One day a kid was pouring his chocolate milk into his tray, and she's like, "What are you doing?" "I'm pouring milk in my tray." And she said, "Don't do that." He said, "Why not?" And she's like, and if they need something, they always yell, "Fork!" And so she's trying to teach them to raise their hand. "May I have a fork, please?" And she wasn't getting anywhere. So she's making these wiggle worms, that you make, and then you leave them somewhere with a little note that says, "I'm not lost. Now you found me. You can take me home," or something like that. She's making them, but she's putting a clip on the top of them so they can clip them to their backpacks. But they only get them if they've been polite. So she's made up a bunch of them and took them into the lunchroom supervisor or the principal and to get them okayed, and they think it's a wonderful idea, which it is really, really cute. So she's going to stick a bunch of them in her apron pocket in the lunchroom, and when she catches someone being good, then she's going to give them one. But has to be really careful, because if you didn't get one, then you're going to do something good and look to see if she noticed that you did something good so you can have one too. So she's going to have discernment. So I'm putting her on the prayer list today for discernment so that she can discern the real politeness from the did you see me? Did you see me? Ha. Did you see? I love Kim. When she's done she's calling him Bravo, because if you've done a good deed, it's like, "Bravo, you did a good deed." Bonnie, if I could, I'd come over and clean your house. Bobby, as long as you're lurking and working and you are not twerking, you are welcome here. You start that third one, and either Bonnie or Sunita or I will throw you out. None of that stuff here. We're on the up and up. We're into love. You are most welcome, Kim. I wouldn't say it if I didn't love you and if I didn't think you were awesome. You are so creative. That girl never, well, that was ugly. She's very active and she's very creative and she's very verbal. Put it that way. Oh, Lori, that's hilarious. Lori, tell Kim about the 1940 switchboard operator. Tell us about that. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Sunita. You can buy me a cup of coffee. That helps with shipping. Oh, don't you wish there'd be such a thing where they just put a big tank above your ceiling? And then once a day, maybe at night, it just dripples down the walls and on the floor and down the drain and then rinses the same way. And you wake up in the morning and your bathroom is sparkling clean. Gonna have to think about that. Kim, how creative are you? Can you come up with something? No, mine either, Bobby. I think my leg would fall off or my foot would fall off my ankle if I tried that. Oh boy, but we have fun, don't we? Christy, Crochet Creations by Christy. If you've never been over there, you should go. From 10 to 11, she's on in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And she does a lot of giveaway things. She has a bracket board game up on her back wall that you can pick a number on the bracket board if your name comes up. And then they have if they get two names in that bracket, they have a roll off. And then at the end of the game, after everybody's rolled off and moved on, she has a wonderful prize, and it's always a very nice prize. She has I don't know. She has several things that you just play the game, and a housekeeper needs a housekeeper. Minions, only one word they say is banana. So they just say banana for everything. All right, Rosie, you just holler later. You got my email. You got my phone number. Hey, Michael, welcome in. I'm so glad you stopped in. We were thinking about leaving early, but I'm so glad I waited. I am doing just fine, Connie. Yep, that's Crochet Creations by Christy. She's so fun. She gives away stitch markers, and if you win a prize, she's got a basket full of little goodie bags, and you can pick out a goodie bag that you want, or she just has a lot of fun stuff going all the time. One ringy dingy, two ringy dingies. Oh my. Lori, that's funny. Oh, well, then text me. Text me, Rosie. Can you do that? Michael, I just saw this morning Kim Fortune on Fortune Knits. She crocheted her brother a cowl to go over his neck and face when he's out hunting or fishing and it's cold. But her brother-in-law is a bigger man, and she didn't she wanted to be sure that he could get it over his head and still be around his neck. So she did a Tunisian crocheted cowl and buttoned it up, which it was brilliant. And she did, let's see, where you yarn over and take off two, yarn over and take off two. When she got to the edge, she said she yarned over, took off two, chain two, and then finished up. So the chain twos made the buttonholes. I thought it was brilliant. Janet, the hats go to the crotchety clogger, Marianne. And I think her address is in my community tab. Zach, are you in Canada? You're not in Canada, are you? The hats go to Marianne Saint Sung. Gone, gone, gone. All right. I love you. Twisted Fiber Friends. Is that with Froggy and Maureen? No, Bonnie, I don't do Facebook. I have a Facebook account, but I don't go on it because it just turned into something I didn't like, and so I haven't been back in a couple years. Zach, I don't think I realized you were in Canada. Huh. I don't know where you were, but you just use it for Messenger. There's Susan Burke. Hello, sweetheart. And there's Spring. Yeah, we've all been chatting today. All right, Lori, you have a good weekend. I'm going to go because we've got 3 minutes left. And is there any specific prayers that are needed for today? We're going to continue to pray for Lydia, but it sounds like she is on her way to good mental health because she's doing a grief counseling session. So that's really a positive move right there. But I'm still putting her down. Lori, you have a good birthday weekend. Bonnie, you enjoy your 2 days off. Tuesday, a medical test for Kim G. I have to tell you that I had a good doctor's appointment last week. Blanket patterns. I will, Susan, when I get the third one written up, when I get this one written up, I will send it to you, but I'll send you the other two. Ooh, Zach, you need to get in there. I think in Canada, I know Bailey has to keep on her doctors because they'll if you don't push them, then they forget you. Leslie's shoulder. All right, and I will ask you to please pray for KK for an unspoken. And Alana. She's getting up. This lady went to the doctor and she's, oh, this hurts, and he says, well, I don't see anything, let's come back next month and she's like, no, she said, I want some tests done. And he said, okay. So he brings his dog in. Let's see. Yeah, he brings his dog in and his dog walks around and the doctor looks at the dog and the dog wags his tail and goes out. And she said, well, am I going to get a test or not? And he said, oh, sure. So he brings his cat in and the cat walks around the table she's laying on and leaves. And he says, you're fine. He said, I don't see anything. We'll just, come back next month. You take some medication, come back next month and we'll see what happens. And she's like, don't I get any test? He says, ma'am, I just gave you a CAT scan and I gave you a PET scan and both of them came back fine. Okay, I gotta go, guys. God hold you in the palm of his hand until I see you again on Wacky Wednesday. I love you all so much. Goodbye. Let me play the outro. And don't forget to get your pictures in by the end of this month for Sanita. I love you all. Goodbye.